Well, welcome back, everyone. We're joined now live with Teresa Kennedy from the Barrio Neighborhood Planning Committee. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Glad to have you on. Always, of course, excited to hear about, all things going on with Barrio Neighborhood Planning and all that good stuff. But really what you're doing, what you're here to talk about today is really almost kind of expanding the neighborhood in a way, talking about getting great information for home buyers, right?
Exactly. 50% of our families in the barrio do own their home. Telling you that 50% do not.
Yes.
So we really want to increase that percentage, at least by 10%. So we want to offer with Amarillo National Bank, they're our sponsor, for that evening on June 26th, the free home buyers class. You can bring your kids. It'll be a free meal from Cocina on the Go from 5:15 to 6, and then right at 6 we'll get started with this home buyers class. There'll be door prizes. Really just an opportunity to ask your questions. If you're interested in buying a home, if you're thinking about buying a home, this is the time to ask those questions with Amarillo National Bank's mortgage.
Absolutely. And so talk about why that's, so important to have a partner like Amarillo National Bank where they can come in, because it's one of those things, of course you can tell people all day long, like, yes, it's important to buy your home and everything like that, but it's the where to start and what steps to take to really become a responsible home buyer. So why is it so important to have a group like Amarillo National to come in and give this information, like I said, for free?
It's really important because they're the experts. They know what the next step is. When I bought my home, I went through a class before I bought it. And I also think it's an opportunity to just kind of quench your fears. What are you concerned about? How much do you need to deposit to have as a just money going in? What are the forms involved?
Right.
What if I don't have good credit? How does that work? What else can we do, to improve our credit if it's not good?
Right.
And so they're going to be able to walk you through those steps. They'll also have an insurance agency out there. The title company, DeBalt, will be there. Natalie, I think her last name is Weatherly. She's the bilingual real estate agent that's going to be talking. United Refugee Services is providing 2 translators who will talk, if you speak Burmese or Korean or Somalian, they'll be available as well as Spanish interpreters for that evening.
Perfect. And so making that information very accessible, which is a great thing. And so is this one of those things, you're really kind of, of course, you're with the Barrio Neighborhood Planning Committee, so you're really focusing on the barrio, but is this something that just anyone, maybe just anyone remotely interested in home buying can come in and attend? Absolutely.
Anyone can come, whether it's in Amarillo or outside of Amarillo for the evening. They're going to have some great door prizes. It's just a very relaxed, comfortable setting. And our location is new. It's Cactus Cove Inn and Suites next door to the Amarillo Quarter Horse Association. And it'll be in the North Meeting Room. And we're saying bring your kids, because we're going to be able to feed them and then kind of spread out and be able to have a really good meeting with our residents and just people who have questions about buying a home.
And I think that's a great thing for sure. And so let's talk about just that importance. Like you said, like I said, 50% own their homes, that means 50% don't. Like I said, really having that neighborhood pride of really wanting to plant your roots where you're at and, being a homeowner there in the Barrio neighborhood. Talk about why that's something you're passionate about, of really building that up as a place where people are really wanting to, raise their families.
Well, the BNPC is about renovation. And so right now we're working on 10th Avenue with construction from Ross to Garfield. But we also know with home ownership, people take care of their homes more. In fact, in the Barrio, several of the homeowners are 3rd and 4th generations. So we know that they are passing it on to other family members, other generations. And it's also an opportunity to have pride in your neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Care about it, take care of it, and then be able to just get to know your neighbors as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think that's going to be a really good thing. And so let's talk about that. You said renovation, the streetscapes project. That's something, working on there along 10th and everything. How's everything coming on that so far? How's that progressing?
Coming very well. They're still on the north side. It's L.A. Fuller and Construction that are doing the great work. Right now, they've already poured asphalt. They've already done the curbs, ADA accessible curbs and driveway entrances into businesses. They are still working on the asphalt. And they just get kind of further and further in the 7 blocks. So I took some pictures yesterday, all the way from Arthur to Ross, showing the progress on it. They still have to move to the south side. So I kind of think it's going to be the end of August before we see this project completed. The other thing we're working on, and we're just selling our brick pavers, 4x8s and 8x8s to go to the La Placita Park. that will be a fundraiser for them as well. So if someone's interested in that, they can call 806-437-6592 and just request one and reserve it. We'll sell those for about 7 months.
About 7 months. Okay, so those are on sale right now, and so people
They
can
are.
call, get those reserved. Is there one thing? I mean, they put their names on it, any kind of message that they
Their
want?
name, a message in memory of, or even their logo, business logo.
Okay, very neat. And what's a good place online for folks to keep up with the BNPC?
So they can go to amarillobarrioneighborhood.com and follow us, check our calendar for upcoming events as well. This is the first home buyers of 3 this year, so we'll have
perfect.
one in September and one in October, hosted by other sponsors.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming and talking to us. So one more
you're
time,
welcome.
this next home buyers class, first off, like I said, I think it bears repeating. It's free, so
Yes.
all you got to do is take your time to come.
Exactly.
When and where is it going to be at?
June 26th at the Cactus Cove Inn and Suites, right next to the American Quarter Horse Association,
Yes.
on the north side of I-40, off of the access road there as well. Dinner starts at 5:15 to 6, and then the class starts at 6 p.m.
Yeah, with food being provided by Cocina on the Go.
Yes, Cocina on the Go. They do wonderful Mexican food. So looking forward to seeing what Annalise is going to be serving.
Hey, excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming and visiting with us
You're
this
welcome.
morning. Of course, yeah. So go check that out. Free home buying class. Like I said, some great food. And like I said, of course, neighborhood pride for the Barrio Neighborhood Planning Committee for short. And when we come back here in a little bit, we're going to be talking to Fritzy and Renee.